Gary, we saw another 30-plus point performance out of Jaylen Brown. We're continuing to see the young guys really, carry the scoring load. But how long can these guys do this? You know what I mean? Like, of course, the pressure continues to mount on these two guys. In particular, of course, the two guys that we've been talking about this entire series. Jaylen Brown, JAYSON Tatum. How long does the pressure just get way too much for them in terms of having to deliver these 30-point performances? Or do you think that there has to be plenty of production from the other guys? What's your take on it? How long can these guys continue to do this in terms of putting up huge scoring numbers?
That's the $64,000 question. I mean, Jaylen Brown has been terrific.
Right.
I mean, and he's playing way better than anybody expected, in my mind anyways, maybe from a Milwaukee perspective. But he's been terrific, and I don't think he can afford to think about it, to be honest with you. I think he's just got to go out and play every game, like it's his last one. Right. Sounds cliche-ish, but he is so important to their playoff hopes. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Chris Middleton on the other side. Is there a ceiling for this guy? I mean, come on. This guy's shooting 60% from beyond the arc. What was the number you told me before going into Game 4? I mean,
66% from the field.
From the field.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Can you keep this going?
Probably not.
Well, there you go.
No, I mean, he's been incredible. And I said this to some other people today. Outside of Anthony Davis in New Orleans, I can't think of a player who has been better in the playoffs than Chris Middleton. He's been consistently good in all 4 games. He's racked up big numbers. He's hit at a high percentage. And on top of it, he's playing top-notch defense. Yeah. So I think the world doesn't know a lot about Chris Middleton, but now they're starting to.
I think another guy that people tend to forget how important he is for the series is Al Horford. Heading into this series, I mean, what he's able to do on both ends of the floor, helping, of course, with guarding Giannis, of course, the scoring load. We know that he can produce points from beyond the arc. We know that he can produce down low. I want to see him banging down low. We saw some of that today, and I want to see more of it. Games 1 and 2, we saw a lot of that, a lot of trips to the free throw line. That's the kind of Al Horford production that I think he's capable of. But I would love to see Brad Stevens just sort of utilize him more on the offensive end.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think it's on Al himself. It's incumbent on him to, play at a high level. I mean, he is the leader of this team right now, without a doubt, with Kyrie being out. Right. And it's essential that he gets around 20 and 10 almost every game. Yeah. And he's got to be more cognizant of his role because he doesn't have a lot of great players around him. That's so right. This is the time that he has to step up his game.
All right, well, we'll see if he does step up, because I think he will definitely be a very, very important piece of the Celtics team, especially in Game 5. Home crowds on their side. We saw the momentum and what that meant for the Celtics in Games 1 and 2. It's going to be crazy. Gary, I will see you in Game 7 in Boston, because there will be a Game 7 in Boston, if you ask me, as the series continues to just get more and more entertaining. And we'll be here, of course, every step of the way. CLNS Media. Here's Gary Woelfel of WSSP here in Milwaukee. I am Joseph Pavone of CLNS Media. You can keep it here, of course, for all the coverage of the Boston Celtics Milwaukee Bucks series.